Oh yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Daily Chronicle.
Today we're going to talk about travel. We're in Seattle today.
Because if you didn't notice, we're together.
Say what?
Again. This is the Daily Chronicle, where we just chronicle our journey to get wherever it is that we're going. We have dreams and aspirations and goals.
That's hot.
We've got business, but we're ultimately trying to chronicle it for our kids, our daughters. So when they decide to pursue, they can see what that journey looks like, and then we can look back one day. And so hopefully you can get a thing or two out of this. But today we're talking about travel.
Yeah, so we're talking about travel. It gets hard, you know, you're out of your normal routine, you're out of your normal element, you're out of your normal environment, and so how do you continue, or how do we specifically continue to get things done that we need to get done?
So this is the first of the week.
Yeah.
We just got here, we're getting started. What is it that, from your perspective, you think about when we're ready to travel? What are the things that you prepare to break down without losing track of the goals and things that you want to achieve? Because a week lost is a hard thing to make
For
up,
sure.
right?
So I think it goes into, like, firstly our planning. Like our planning, my planning with my wife, my individual planning, kind of pulling back a little bit, because there's this list of all the things I want to get done, but then I've got to respect the fact that I've got 2 planes to get on, airports to sit in, I've got less time to actually execute on things this week. So I think that's the first thing, is like honoring that and just saying it's okay, I can't get as much done setting the priorities there. What about you?
Yeah, I think that is we learned that lesson probably a year ago. We would come to an offsite and be like, all right, so this night we're going to work for 3 hours, and this night this, and we're going to get up really early. And there's one thing that we don't have to care for as family, other than talking to them, right? Like that priority gets to go away, but at the same time, there are different things that you have to do. I got jet lag, 3 hours, right? I still want to work out. Now I've got all day in an office, and then you got dinners and all these things. So it really is about level setting the expectation up front between the two of us to say, okay, what are we realistically going to be able to do? And then overachieving it versus underachieving it, because if we underachieve it, then we get defeated, and it's harder to carry forward the latter part of the week if we haven't achieved.
And even just starting with the things that have to get done, and then going from there to like, okay, what else do we want to add on top of that? I think is
and the other thing that brings it, like the gym is often a thing that I end up losing, because my morning routine is so different. Because working from home, my morning routine is very controlled, whereas now I have to plan to travel and get to the office and do all that stuff, which is not something I normally have to account for.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how does your first day one? We're in the morning, we're getting ready to start sessions in an hour.
Yeah.
What does your morning look like? How do you get into the day?
Yeah. So I try to keep it normal.
Okay.
I get up, go to the gym, and then find breakfast, right? But then I have to shower and get to the office. So it's just trying to normalize that, and I think where it starts to break down is afterwards. But what's your morning?
You mean after? Well, we'll get into it. Yeah. So it's definitely not normal, because I typically don't get to do my workout in the morning. So I get a lot of me time. So I get my workout, my meditation, a couple podcasts. I normally get those later in the day. So I really get a nice start in the day, which is good, because travel is just, for me, it drains energy. Drains a lot of energy. I don't like traveling alone, being in a hotel room alone. So getting those things in, getting that time really helps me.
So let's do this. So I want to do a little different, because this is day one.
Yeah.
It's interesting, because last night we both got in. I got in yesterday. We were going to meet, and I didn't account for how tired I would be by the time you landed, and we were going to get some things done because it was still earlier in the night, and we didn't. I was just drained, and I wasn't functioning. We did have a good call about the website and stuff. But now we have 3 more days, 2 more nights, whatever. What's the plan? What, from your perspective, what are we going to set out to do, and how are we going to manage that?
So we've got a couple more evenings. I think it's getting together. We've got a recording session probably tonight, something that's a little bit lighter, something that we can just kind of roll into. These, so trying to get these every morning.
Yeah.
And then I think there's also just some space, like there's some things I need to get done, like some video editing of these, and some planning for like our social content.
We got an episode coming out this.
We got an episode coming out this Thursday, and then beyond that, like since we're together, I really love to capitalize on that,
Right.
and do some planning.
And we're on the same time zone.
Same time zone.
Yeah.
So it becomes a lot easier to actually do stuff together.
Yeah. So I think I agree. Like, so that's the goal, right? And the reason I say that is like we'll see where we are by the end of the week and what got in the way, because I think that's the part of the video that really is going to be interesting. But capitalizing on that. And the other thing that's nice about travel is not having to account for family time. Like at night, getting back to the
Right, because it gives more time
to do other things, whatever it may be.
After the team dinner and the outing and whatever.
So we have an ambitious week. Like, if I'm being honest, like we have an ambitious week because we like to capitalize on that time. So
we typically are way overly ambitious. Like we're like, oh yeah,
we're ambitious, but not as ambitious as we used to be.
We've calmed it down.
So here's the thing.
Well, because there's nothing like leaving and looking back like, man, we just failed. We didn't hit any of that.
It did. So when you travel, because I imagine travel is a hard thing to manage your health, manage your fitness, all that thing. What are some of the things that you focus on when you travel? And what are some of the tricks that you use that we might be able to capitalize on? So
help us out.
Hey.
I just had a weird moment. This doesn't have to stay in the video, but people walking in, getting coffee and stuff. Have you ever seen, that, and then also have you seen, when you see people with a selfie stick? I don't know if you've ever seen like a fitness model at the gym, like setting up and saying, that's strange, and like I feel like I just got that look.
Have you seen those commercials with the slow-mo iPhone?
Yeah.
And then they zoom out and it's at the grocery store.
We're just in the office, guys.
Yeah. But you see the video and it's
It's like a fireside chat, but it's a dreary, rainy lakeside chat.
Or as Steve Shalom would say, a fjord side chat.
Fjord. Oh, we're at the fjord, like Anna and Elsa. It's a fjord.